Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? So your English teacher is once again back with a new video lesson. So students, when I ask you after you grow up, what do you all want to become? What will be the most common answers? Most of us, you all want to be a doctor or a engineer, pilot, scientist, police and many things. But very rarely or very few students answer that they want to be a nurse. Have you all seen nurse? Where do you find nurse? Yes, you are right. They are in the hospital. Why do we need nurses in the hospital? There are doctors, right? Doctors will come and see and they will give you medicine. Then why nurse? Have you all been to hospital when you or maybe your grandparents or your mother, when they are sick, have you all been to hospital with them? Is it that every time when you call, whenever you need something, maybe hot water or anything, if there is some difficulty or some medicine, if you all are admitted in hospital, is it that every time you go to the doctor and ask the help? No, doctors won't be there. Whenever we are admitted in hospital, who serves us the most? Is it a doctor or a nurse? Yes, you are right. It's nurse. Doctors, maybe they will come and visit you, maybe once in a day or 2 times, once in the morning and once at night, during night. But these nurse, each and every minute, each and every second, whenever you need something, they are there with their service. Right? Maybe giving medicines, maybe giving an injection, maybe having a blood test, checking your sugar, BP, let it be anything. Ask your grandparents, they will know it more better. If they have to check their sugar, BP, blood test, anything. The one who gives the best service more than a doctor, it's a nurse. And do you all know, when you came to the earth for the first time in this earth planet, when you were born, who is the one who saw you first and gave you bath for the first time? Most of us, it's a nurse. When you were born for the first time or when you came into this planet earth, it is the nurse who took you and who gave bath and took care of you. Isn't it? Do you all agree with me? Yes. So today we are going to learn about one such nurse who is really famous. Not only in India but the whole world knows it. This lesson is not there in your banyan tree book. You will have to take your Steeds book, okay? Your Steeds book, page number 23. The name of the lesson is Florence Nightingale, the lady with the lamp. So this is her name, Florence Nightingale, and she is known as a lady with the lamp. She is a nurse who used to take lamp and go during night times in order to check for her patients. Let's first of all, we will read her story and we will know about her. So take out the page number 23 and using your index finger, follow as I read out the lesson.
Florence Nightingale, the lady with the lamp. Florence Nightingale was a beautiful young girl born in Italy. Her father was a wealthy man. Florence had all richness in her life, but still at the age of 16, she decided to serve the suffering people by choosing to become a nurse. She went to Germany for her studies. Here underline the word Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale. Next, Italy. Next, wealthy. Next, richness. Next, suffering. Next, nurse. Next, Germany. Next, studies. Now go to the next paragraph. Soon a war broke out. Hundreds of wounded soldiers reached Crimea for treatment. Florence and her team was called for their service. When she arrived, she was shocked to see the condition of the army hospital. There were no proper beds or blankets. The toilet pipes were clogged, and lack of cleanliness led to various diseases among soldiers and their death. Here, underline the word broke out. Next, soldiers. Next, Crimea. Next, treatment. Next, service. Next, condition. Next, clogged. Next, cleanliness. Next, diseases. And the last word in that paragraph, death. Underline the word death. Now go to the next paragraph. Florence brought immediate changes in the hospital with clean wards, kitchen, medical needs, and improved the condition of it. She and her team served the soldiers tirelessly. At night, when all were asleep, she would visit the soldiers with the lamp to make sure that they were comfortable. Since then, the soldiers would call her the lady with the lamp. Here, underline the word immediate. Next, kitchen. Next, improved. Next, condition. Next, served. Next, tirelessly. Tirelessly. Next, visit. Visit. Next, comfortable. Comfortable. Next, lady. Lady. Now go to the next paragraph. Many soldiers were saved by her work, and she was rewarded by the government for her tireless service towards nursing. Hence, this great personality was known to be the founder of modern nursing. Here, underline the word rewarded. Rewarded. Next, government. Government. Next, personality. Personality. Next, modern nursing. Modern nursing. Now come to the moral. Moral: everybody can be great because anybody can serve.
So students, wasn't it a very interesting and a beautiful story about a lady? The lady was a nurse, and what was her name? Her name was Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale, she was born in Italy. Where was she born? She was born in a place called Italy, and she belonged to a wealthy family. Her father was very wealthy. He had quite a lot of money, and she was rich, and she could have spent her life very nicely without doing any work, just spending money and having a lavish life. She would have, aram se very nice life, how we all think of. But what did she choose? She didn't want to have did not want to waste her life just spending money and just sitting at home or relaxing. She wanted to help poor people and serve the sick people. So during the young age, when she was of 16 years, when she was very young, the age was 16, she decided, or she chose to be a nurse. She wanted to serve the poor people or sick people. Nurse, where do we find them? In the hospital. They serve you or they treat you when you are sick. Even she wanted to do the same, so she chose to be a nurse. For her higher studies, being nurse, maybe doctors, they have to do MBBS. Even being a nurse, it's not easy. You need to know how to give an injection, which medicines to be given. You need to study even to be a nurse. So for her higher studies, she went to a different country. She went to Germany. In Germany, when she was doing her higher studies, a war broke out. What do you mean by war? In the olden days, there used to be many wars between different countries for the power and for money. So when she was doing her higher studies, there was a big war between two countries. During the war, what happens? Right? The people, they get hurt, they get sick, they get wounded. Who are they? Soldiers. So many soldiers who were taking part in that big war, everyone got wounded and they were sick. When they are wounded, who should go and serve them? The nurses. Doctors will be there. Whenever, I told you even before, doctors will come just 2 times a day, but the 24 hours along with you, who will be there? They are nurse. So Florence Nightingale, her team was called to the place called Crimea. Here the wounded soldiers were brought for the treatment, who were wounded very badly in the war. They were brought to this place, Crimea, and to the same place the team of this lady Florence Nightingale was also called in order to treat the soldiers, and they served the whole team of the nurse served the wounded soldiers tirelessly. And even especially Florence Nightingale was the one who was very worried about the soldiers and even about the cleanliness. Cleanliness around you is very important. In the olden days, the hospitals which you find nowadays, they are enough clean. They are, alhamdulillah, they are more better than the hospitals which you found in the olden days. In the olden days, they didn't take care of the cleanliness. Nowadays in the hospital, every morning they come and change the bed sheet, they clean the toilets, and even the environment around you, they try to keep it clean. Because if it's not clean, if you have any kind of wound, or if you have undergone any kind of operation and there is a stitch, that stitch will get infected because of the bacteria that are around you. So it is very important, whenever you are sick or whenever you are having any kind of wound, you need to clean the wound, and even the surrounding around you, it should be very clean, or else you will get infection. So when she came and saw the hospital in Crimea, she was very surprised looking at the hospital. The hospital didn't have proper wards, the kitchens were very unhygiene, even the toilets were very bad, they were not cleaned properly, even the pipes in the toilets were blocked or clogged. The pipes were clogged. So what did she do? She even worked towards the cleanliness. She started keeping the ward, kitchen and toilets clean, and she tirelessly she used to serve the patients or the soldiers who were wounded. Later on, later on she was given the title the lady with the lamp, because even today in the hospitals, we have different nurses who will be serving at night and in the morning. That is 24 hours nurse have to be there near the patient. Doctors, they will come 2 times in a day, maybe in the morning and in the evening or night. If any emergency, they will just call the doctor and they will come, or else, but nurse will be there every time with you. So even during night time, this lady, she used to take the lamp. In the olden days, they didn't have electricity like how we have now. She used to take the lamp and she used to go around and to see the patient, whether they need any help or are they all right, to see that. She used to take rounds. So the soldiers there, they gave her a title, the lady with the lamp. And later on, even government, they recognized her service and she was rewarded. She was rewarded even by the government. Later on, she was also known as the founder of the modern nursing. The founder of the modern nursing. See, in olden days, before the time of Florence Nightingale, the hospitals were not kept clean. Even the nurses were not properly trained. But after her service, there was a turning point for the nurses. They were trained properly, they were trained to keep everything clean, and everything was served very nicely in the hospital. So she is also known as the founder of the modern nursing. In this lesson, we have some of the important words. We will just go through it. First, we have See, you will have to see even the spelling of a Florence Nightingale. F-L-O-R-E-N-C-E, Florence Nightingale. Nightingale, Nightingale, Florence Nightingale. Next, she was born in the place called Italy, I-T-A-L-Y, Italy. Next, she was wealthy, W-E-A-L-T-H-Y, wealthy. Next, richness. Richness also means, indicates that she was rich. Okay, richness, R-I-C-H-N-E-S-S, richness. Next, suffering. Suffering means suffering something. Maybe if you are sick, she is suffering from fever. You know, that is the word. It indicates your suffer. Okay, suffering. S-U-F-F-E-R-I-N-G, suffering, or what you are going through, suffering. Next, nurse. N-U-R-S-E, nurse. Next, Germany. Germany is also a name of a country. Look at the spelling. G-E-R-M-A-N-Y, Germany. Next, wounded. W-O-U-N-D-E-D, wounded. Next, soldiers. Soldiers are the ones who fight for our country, right? Who fight for our country during the war. S-O-L-D-I-E-R-S, soldiers. Next, Crimea. Crimea is the name of a place. C-R-I-M-E-A, Crimea. Next, we have treatment. In this lesson, treatment means the treatment given by the doctors and the nurse to their patient. Treatment, treating someone very nicely. Okay, T-R-E-A-T-M-E-N-T, treatment. Next, service. Service, or the when you serve someone, it is known as service. Serving someone. Okay, S-E-R-V-I-C-E, service. Next, hospital. Hospital is the place where we go when we are sick. Hospital, H-O-S-P-I-T-A-L, hospital, to get the treatment from the doctors and nurses. Next, clogged. Clogged means blocked, blocked pipes. C-L-O-G-G-E-D, clogged. Next, cleanliness. Cleanliness. Cleanliness is very important for each and everyone, right? Look at the spelling of cleanliness. C-L-E-A-N, clean, leanness, L-I-N-E-S-S, cleanliness. Next, diseases. D-I-S-E-A-S-E-S, diseases. It is the plural of disease. Disease, diseases. Next, condition. Condition, or the state. State of something, like the condition of your school is very good, or condition of your home is very good. Condition shows the state of that place. The conditions of hospital were very bad. Later on, Florence Nightingale improved the conditions of the hospital. So condition, look at the spelling of condition. C-O-N-D-I-T-I-O-N, condition. Next, tirelessly. Tirelessly means without getting tired, without getting tired. Look at the spelling. T-I-R-E-L-E-S-S-L-Y, tirelessly, without getting tired. They served the patients or the soldiers, wounded soldiers, tirelessly. Next, rewarded. Rewarded means to give some kind of reward. R-E-W-A-R-D-E-D, rewarded. Next, government. G-O-V-E-R-N-M-E-N-T, government. Here N, here this N is silent. Okay, G-O-V-E-R, gover. Then we have N, N-M-E-N-T, government. So these are some of the important words in this lesson. In this lesson, after reading this lesson, I hope many of my students might have understood the importance of the nurse. Most probably, we don't think of the nurse. We only think that doctors are great, only they are the ones who give medicines, or they are the ones who heal us. No, even nurses, the service of the nurse is more greater. They be with you every time. They take care of each and every need of yours, and they help you to feel good. When you are at hospital, if the doctors, if they just come 2 times and go, is it enough? No. The nurses, when they come, when they treat you, when they speak to you politely, you feel more nice, isn't it? So, along with the doctors, even nurses have their very important role to be played, and we need to have an aim of being a nurses and serve other people, like Florence Nightingale. Not only by being nurse, even if we be a teacher or any other profession, we need to serve the people who are poor, sick, and each and every human being around us. So with this moral, everybody can be great because anyone can serve. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. It is not necessary that we need to be a nurse itself. Any profession you have undertaken, you have to serve people, isn't it? Being a teacher, we have to teach children, isn't it? Being a doctor, we have to give the proper medicine. We should speak to them. We should be polite with them. Being a policeman, we need to serve people, help them when they are in difficulty. Maybe some robbers might have robbed their things, or maybe any accident they have met. We need to, even they have their own role to play. Even nurses, they have their own job to be done. See, everybody, not only nurse, everybody in their own professions, they need to serve or help the people around them. With this moral, I have come to the end of this lesson. So we will be meeting once again in the next video lesson. Till then, take care of yourself. Jazakumullahu khaira.